Hiya, my name's Andy and welcome back to the channel. So we're about to jump into the penultimate episode of House of the Dragon Season 2. Now I'm quite keen to jump into this episode because the last one left off with one of Corlys's bastards, I can't remember his name, not Alan but the other one. He basically was spotted riding Sea Smoke, the dragon, obviously, Laenor's dragon. Rhaenyra was told about it, but she's obviously assumed that it was one of the Greens that's tamed? I don't think they tame them, do they? But, you know, is bonded with Sea Smoke. But obviously it's not. So once she finds him, that should open a lot of doors for her, because she will then realise that she's been looking in the wrong place. Well, not in the wrong place, because obviously Darklyn did have Targaryen blood, but she hadn't considered bastards or people that were closer to her blood-wise, like generationally, but not highborn. So that's just going to open up so many avenues of possibility if she realises that, which I'm assuming she's going to do this episode. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what else happened in the last episode. We had Aegon regain consciousness and Aemond then threatened him, kind of indirectly but not indirectly, and was just a bit of an asshole. Obviously Aemond doesn't care about his brother, which is understandable considering their childhood. I don't know, I said this in the last episode, but it's funny how it's flipped now. Just in season 1 I hated Aegon and I thought Aemond, I mean I didn't love Aemond, but I thought he was actually okay. I mean, yeah, he got into a fight with Rhaenyra's kids and I didn't like him then because he was a bit of an ass, but they were kids and he was bullied a lot. So it was kind of understandable that he was a bit of a knob back then. But now in this season, he seems worse than Aegon, which is amazing because Aegon is an absolute asshole. But having said that, we did see at the end of season 1 that Aemond obviously didn't mean to kill Luke. That was clear. And when he went back to King's Landing, as we saw at the beginning of this season, he didn't tell anybody that it was a mistake. He just basically acted like he meant to do it. And I do wonder, not that he didn't mean to burn Aegon at Rook's Rest, and not that he didn't mean to threaten him in the last episode, and not that he doesn't want to be king himself, because that's clearly always been a thing with him. But I'm wondering how much of that is a front. I mean, not all of it, clearly, because as he said, he's learned the histories, he's learned how to speak High Valyrian, he's basically done everything that a would-be king should do, which Aegon clearly didn't. So there's obviously always been that kind of desire in him. But I do wonder if some of the hardness in him now is kind of, he's been forced to be like that because he can't be anything else. Especially in the climate that he's in at the moment, where his side of the family is at war with Rhaenyra's side. I think if it was peacetime, he would probably make a good king. But I don't know, because it's not peacetime. Oh, I don't know. I've talked so far too much. This is House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 7. Ooh. Oh, that's so cool. I'll speak to each other nicely, please. Please kneel or something.
You stand before the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms with a dragon of House Targaryen.
I had no design upon it!
What do you want?
To learn the ways of dragon riders and to serve my queen. Your Grace.
Sake, not even 2 minutes in.
You kneel quickly for a man so suddenly elevated.
This dragon came to me. I may appear lowborn, but I know much and more of service.
She's gonna figure it out.
Stand!
She knows.
What is your parentage?
My mother was a shipwright. My father is no one of consequence.
Your ancestors? Any of House Targaryen?
We're not the sort of family to keep annals, Your Grace.
What is your name?
Adam of Hull.
You have done something I feared impossible. I am glad of it. Do you think you can get him to Dragonstone?
I can try.
All my life, I have endeavoured to serve both my house and the realm, and somehow none of it matters. Nothing is clean here. I wish to go out, Sir Ricard. To the Kingswood, I think.
Then I'll have the stewards prepare a retinue.
No retinue.
Then your handmaidens.
No handmaidens. Just you.
Oh, Corlys has to see this. I'm sure Rhaenyra must suspect who he is.
What of the rider? Do we know who he is?
He appears to be a shipwright in your employ, Lord Hand.
A commoner. The lowborn cannot go around seizing dragons. Has the thief been secured?
Her Grace has commanded that he remain here as a guest. She wishes him to be instructed in the art of dragon riding, and that I should teach him some High Valyrian.
We will await the Queen's accounting before passing judgment.
Seasmoke chose him. He surely has Targaryen blood in him somewhere.
God.
We will find riders for Vermithor and Silverwing.
You trust this man?
What choice do I have? Without him, I have only Syrax. You may give Aemond a second thought. The question is where to look.
Corlys.
I can find others with a more direct line of breeding.
Forgive me, Your Grace, but you are better served looking under the sheets and in the wood piles. I once worked in a pleasure house where generations of Targaryen princelings had their revels. There are 80 of their bastard progeny, at least, that are known to me. Perhaps some here, on Dragonstone, the misbegotten offspring of your house.
You speak of the lowborn.
They are as like to serve you as highborn lords or ladies, perhaps more.
But in the highborn houses, there is an ancient fealty. There is honor.
Your royal half-brothers, Aegon and Aemond, who wage war against you for your throne. Are they bound by honor? The order of things has changed, Your Grace. Why not embrace it?
It must be quite odd.
For 20 years, the lords of this realm levied insult at my sons. Well then, let us raise an army of bastards.
That's actually a good point. She might be reluctant to call on bastards when it might bring attention to her sons.
How you have come up in the world?
I wish to ask for leave to relinquish my part as a shipwright in your service. There are good men and strong who can take my place.
Your leave is granted. Well done.
Oh, bless him. He looks really lost, doesn't he? Adam, I mean. Oh, God.
Lord Tully has answered your summons and brought the River Lords, my king.
My condolences on the passing of your grandson. The Crown congratulates you on your ascension to the head of your house and Lord Paramount in the Riverlands. Truly glorious. Well done.
I did nothing.
Nevertheless, I shall have my great host. You have a decision to make. I presume it is clear to you which is the right one.
You will forgive me, Your Grace. It does seem to me that you've made rather a mess here.
Whose side are you on?
The Riverlands are held together by oaths. House Tully swore an oath to King Viserys. We recognize the authority of the named heir, Queen Rhaenyra, and your own, as her king consort.
Then we shall go to face your vassals, and you will call your banners to war.
That might be difficult, my king. They'll hate you.
I don't need their love. I need their swords.
Fair play to him for standing up to him, though. I'd have just agreed with everything he said if it was me.
Be welcome, my lords.
Lord Oscar, for generations we have been guided by the judgment of your forebears. Why should we now follow a boy younger than my own sons, when you will align with one who will desecrate the innocent to reach his aims?
I agree. I am young.
And I have no love for Daemon Targaryen.
Nevertheless, having so little experience to guide me, my best course is to defer to the oath my grandsire swore to King Viserys when he named Rhaenyra his heir. I see no reason to cast aside loyalty, no matter how loathsome I may find her representative, the prince.
King, mind your tongue, boy.
Will you have our army or not?
Your Lord Oscar is bold, but he is perhaps not wrong. I may have been a touch enthusiastic in pursuing my aims.
Enthusiastic.
The old ways call for justice to be done.
Yes. Justice has been done. They who bent the knee to the usurper have been brought to heel. And now we unite before our liege lord and our king consort.
I accept you as my vassal, Willem Blackwood. But there is only one answer for the crimes you visited upon your neighbors.
I did only what his grace required of me.
It is true that he made clear his base desires, but you did not have to pursue such savagery. You did it because you wanted to.
Our young lord speaks truly.
Seize him.
Can't fucking do this.
If his grace wishes to show contrition for his acts, and to prove himself deserving of our banners, he must now rectify his grievous error and dispense justice.
Oh dear.
He's definitely ballsy, isn't he?
Your grace, I've been faithful.
I hope he hit the right target then, because that seemed like quite a wild swing. Is there a goat in the bedroom? Do I want to know? Oh.
I never wanted it. All that pain it caused. It crushes whoever wears it. You always wanted it, Damon. Do you want it still?
Oh, is this egg on?
I can't!
Your progress is impressive. But I'm afraid you must work harder.
I guess he's just pushing him, isn't he, to be able to rule.
My lord.
Does Corlys not know?
The Queen has found a new rider for one of her dragons.
I've heard tell of it.
The rider is your brother. She now makes the call for others. Our people are of old Valyria, but we are no dragon lords. I confess I knew little of your mother's heritage.
My brother was ever restless. I am of Sultan's Sea. I yearn for nothing else.
I hadn't considered that, you know, that Corlys isn't actually a Targaryen. God, she seems so cheery, doesn't she? Jesus Christ. She's gonna look for the dragon, isn't she?
I will retire now, Sir Rickard.
When does your grace mean to return to the city?
I'm not yet certain I do.
It must be quite freeing to be just away from it all.
Was it her idea? Lady Massaria?
You were enthusiastic enough when Sir Stefan made his claim.
These people are courageous. Mongrels.
Yeah. Okay.
House Targaryen is the blood of the dragon. If any may lay claim to it, what are we then?
The rightful rulers of the Seven Kingdoms. Jace, with these riders, we can end a needless war. I may take my rightful place on my father's throne.
And when you die?
You are my heir.
He doesn't have the hair, though. He thinks he's going to get questioned again.
Did you think I would have dark hair? When you took Harwin Strong into your bed, did you think I might favor him, or did it not cross your mind?
Jacaerys.
I'm no fool, Mother. Yet I may argue my legitimacy to succeed you because I have a dragon. And now you say you'll strip that from me too.
I mislike all of this.
Then don't pursue it.
But I cannot gainsay that which the gods have laid before me.
I get it.
Word is, Rhaenyra is recruiting small folk to go to Dragonstone. They're looking for Targaryen bastards. Boats leave tonight. Hour of the bat.
7 hells off. This is it.
Yeah, a likely story. You've been taken in, lads.
No. The Queen's own handmaid is here, spreading the word.
He's saying you can claim a dragon.
A chance to stick it to Aemond.
I can claim a dragon.
Dragon!
Yeah, no, I know.
What?
I know. I can't be sure it's all true.
Live it down.
Come on, Ulf, the time is gone.
Come on.
Can I see a little glimmer?
Yes, there he is!
Yes! Why?
I don't want you to go.
I have to, Kat. I can't ignore this. I never knew my father, but I did know my mother. She worked in a pleasure house. She was granted more freedom than most because of who she was, and because rich men paid more to fuck a woman with silver hair. She used to tell me I was no different to her brother's boys, Viserys and Daemon. But I was ashamed of her. I could not protect you. I could not keep our girl alive. We would never want again if I claimed a dragon.
I do not care to be a lady, Hugh, and neither do I want to be a widow.
Yeah, because, like, from Jace's point of view, having all these sudden bastards that look more Targaryen than him would feel incredibly threatening. Because it's something he's been aware of his whole life. He's been teased about it his whole life. It's gonna be a big thing for him. That's a lot of bastards, good lord.
Il volletir vaquejot rakilos daor.
What choice does she have, though? Like she said, she can't go against Vhagar.
I used to think I knew what it was to claim a dragon. But I understand now that what I thought I knew is ash in the wind. Perhaps it is blood, or worth, or perhaps it's something else. Each of you has left behind a life to answer this call, a life to which you might never return. If you survive, you will be transformed. A man or woman can face a dragon and be otherwise. With these 2 dragons added to our number, the enemy will have no choice but to give way, and peace will be restored. The dragon, named Vermithor, is the largest in the world after Vhagar. He's called the Bronze Fury. We'll go to him now. May the gods bless you.
Her outfit is so cool, though. I need it. The sleeves. imagine how terrifying that is? I doubt any of these will have been this close to a dragon. Grief.
Vermitus Lukiri Dohairas!
God, that is so cool.
Who among you would be first?
I'd be like, yes, but also no.
I've nothing more to tell you. It must be the dragon who speaks.
Back away. Jesus. Oh, he's gonna eat him, isn't he? Oh! Or is he looking for the one he wants? It'd be a bit annoying if he just set fire to all of them, wouldn't it? Oh, Christ. Ooh, let's not do all of them. That seems a little bit... Oh, God. Jesus. Set fire to his hair. That seems a little bit like... unfair. I thought it was Helena for a minute. A bit of a snack. He needs somebody that's not scared of him. Which under the circumstances seems quite difficult. See Rhaenyra at the top there. You've seen a little bit too much of this guy for him to just die, surely. There's another dragon, isn't there? Oh, that'll be the other dragon. Hello. I don't know which one this is. Oh God, no! Be careful of the eggs. Whoops. Oh, it's behind him. Oh, he's very good looking.
In happier tidings, Prince Darren's dragon Tessarion has at last taken to wing. Your brother expects to join the fight soon. When he does, the High Tower host will be unstoppable.
What's going on? Oh shit, who's this? Oh god, don't be a twat. Oh, it's him. Okay. Oh, you're going to the wrong place. No, don't go there. Shit. Oh, that is the worst place you could go. Oh, God. I don't like this. Oh, don't go to Dragonstone. Okay, he's realised. That's such a cool shot. I don't know why that's making me cry. So as usual, I'm crying over bloody dragons again. But not because they're getting hurt, but just because they're on screen. Oh, that was such a... Again, we didn't really see much of anything. It was a very slow episode. I mean, I say we didn't see much of anything. We did, because we saw 2 bastards claim dragons, which is amazing. But it felt like not very much happened. I was actually quite surprised when it ended then, because it was like, well, it's only just started, what's going on? I have to say, I'm not sure I'm fully on board with Rhaenyra's method there of just shutting them all in that little platform with a massive dragon like that. That seemed a little bit unfeeling. But then I guess if they all went one at a time, then I don't know. Maybe the way she thought about it is like, if one of those can ride it, or you know, the dragon will accept one of those as a rider, then less people are likely to die if you just let the dragon choose. Whereas if you like bring them out one at a time, who's to say that the one that the dragon wants isn't the last one you bring to him, and then the rest of them died for nothing. So from that point of view, I kind of get it, I suppose. But it seemed a bit eesh. But yeah, with Jace, like I said during the episode then, I totally get where he's coming from. I really, really do, and I feel for him. Because he doesn't feel secure with his position as heir. Understandably, because he's been told his whole life that he's a bastard, and he knows he's a bastard. But to actually have to confront all these other bastards who can also ride dragons and who probably look more like a Targaryen than he does, it's got to be really, really rough for him. But I also get that that's something that she has to do. There's like literally no choice. It's die or let these bastards ride dragons, basically. So yeah, the other thing, obviously we did see a little bit of Alicent in this episode as well. Well, we actually saw Aegon too, so we did see quite a few people. But yeah, Alicent has obviously left the castle. She's obviously feeling very lost, not quite sure what to do with herself, what her role is. So has obviously taken herself away from court, which makes sense. I'm sure there's something I should be reading into that, but I'm not quite sure what it is. And maybe it will be something I'll pick up in editing. And then obviously we saw Aegon being pushed into like walking and getting stronger again and stuff, which again, totally understandable because of Aemond, and the stronger Aegon gets, the harder it is going to be for Aemond to kill him. So I get the reasoning that Larys is pushing him, because Larys's position hinges on Aegon, not Aemond. So I really do. I get why he's pushing him to kind of get better, or to make progress at least. And obviously Daemon is still at Harrenhal. That was really good. I liked that a lot. Like the Lord Oscar Tully, I thought he was brilliant. It was like a real surprise to see somebody stand up to Daemon for once, because I don't think many people actually do. And I think Daemon actually had some respect for him at the end there. That was quite cool. But then again, we saw Viserys, didn't we, after that? Was it after that or before? I can't remember. So he's obviously still having visions and stuff there. But yeah, it looks like, hopefully, and obviously in time for the last episode, that Daemon is going to have his army. Hopefully for Rhaenyra and not for himself. But yeah, we've got one episode left now, which I don't want it to end, honestly. It's definitely been a slower season than the first one, which is quite surprising considering the first one was basically all set up. I have enjoyed it though. I don't think it's a bad season at all by any stretch. And honestly, having seen what it's like when dragons really fight in episode 6, I'm quite glad that we didn't just have a whole season of that, because I'm not sure I could have handled it. So yeah, that's not something I'm looking forward to if there's any more of that happening in the future. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I want to say for this episode. Before I do go though, I did just want to say that if you are into full-length reactions, you can find the link to my Patreon in the description below. Over there you will find full-length reactions to all of the Season 2 House of the Dragon episodes, as well as everything else I've got on the channel. So yeah, if that's something that interests you, then go check it out. But with all that said, that's it from me, so I will see you in the finale. Bye bye.